This better be worth my time, Tiffany. I had to cut a session short with the Langston twins. $25 an hour down the drain.
Relax. You'll make it back in 2 sessions. I have with me here the final biology and chemistry questions. 70% of what's on here is going to hit the exam.
Wow, you weren't kidding. These are real. This is Unit 9. Reproduction in Plants. Mr. Laney's section. And this one's Patricia's genetics module. You approved these?
I decide what gets approved. Let's not play dumb, Vera.
Yeah, but why are you charging me $600 this time? That's insane. It was $350 last term.
New term, new risks. Besides, the new admin girl, Maria, she's got sticky eyes, keeps peeking at my desk every time I print something. I had to delete cached files twice this week. I'm not playing with that.
You're telling me you're scared of a 20-something-year-old fresh out of community college?
You think this gig is just me rubber stamping papers? When some C- kid suddenly pulls an A+ in bio and chem, questions get asked. I have to massage the scores, reassign versions, water down grades so no one smells the rat. You think that's free?
Massage scores? You're tampering with test results now?
Don't get sanctimonious. You wouldn't be here if you had ethics. You're selling parents a dream. I'm selling you the script. We're both in the business of smoke and mirrors.
Still, $600? That's 2 days of lessons and a weekend boot camp.
Then don't pay. Go back to guesswork and watch Marissa Hunt pull all your top clients next semester. She's working with someone, you know. Just not me.
Fine. But this better include physics. If I find out you're playing favorites again...
Everyone pays the same, Vera. No discounts, no loyalties. Just business. And don't forget, next term, the price may hit $750. My husband got laid off last month and the severance dried up last week. Mortgage is due the 21st. So, unless you're offering to cover that, zip it.
Whatever.
No, you don't get it. My son, Carlos Torres, got an email saying he doesn't qualify for his scholarship anymore. And we've not seen a dime since March. How is that even possible?
Ma'am, I'm just the messenger here. If his GPA dropped below 3.8, then the system automatically flags it. That's district policy. Maybe he got distracted. TikTok, YouTube, video games, whatever these kids are on these days.
TikTok? My boy doesn't even have a smartphone. You know what he does after school? Washes dishes at Jimmy's Diner until 8 p.m., comes home and studies till midnight. I have to physically yank his textbook out of his hand just to get him to sleep. Don't stand there and talk to me about distractions.
Ma'am, effort doesn't equal results. He may study long hours, but if he doesn't grasp the material, that reflects in the grade.
Then explain this. How did he qualify for the STEM scholarship in the first place if he was just faking it? You think they hand those out for good posture? I'm not asking for pity. I'm asking for transparency. If it were my older daughter, I'd understand. She's all over Snapchat. But Carlos? No. If he tells me that C- on his chemistry paper isn't his, I believe him.
Excuse me, I couldn't help overhearing. I'm Maria Langston, assistant admin. Can I help?
Unless you're about to tell me my son's GPA was a clerical error and his money's on the way, I don't think so.
Look, I understand you're angry, and you should be, if this is what it sounds like. But let me look into it. If your son says the grades don't add up, I'll start with his test papers and transcript myself.
I've been coming here for 3 weeks. Nobody listens.
Then I'll be the first. What's your son's full name again?
Carlos Miguel Torres, grade 11, STEM track. He's had straight A's since 8th grade.
I'll pull his academic record, especially the last term's scripts. Do you remember the exact date the scholarship stopped being dispersed?
March 6th. The last direct deposit came on the 6th. Nothing since.
Thank you. That's helpful. I'll start by checking with the bursar's office and see who logged the grade change. If there's any errors, I'll find it.
Forgive me, but that sounds like something people say to get rid of you politely.
I get that, but I'm not brushing this off. I give you my word, and you can hold me to it. By Thursday, May 22nd, at the next PTA meeting, I'll give you a full update. Come early and ask for me personally. Maria Langston.
Okay, I'll be there. And if you're lying, Ms. Langston, these walls won't contain the two of us.
Then I better not lie. Carlos Torres, Jr., Check exam history, scholarship disbursement records, and final term grades, especially science. Something doesn't add up. Morning, Tiffany. Do you have a moment?
It depends. If it's about coffee in the break room, I'm not your girl.
No, nothing like that. It's about a student, Carlos Torres, grade 11 STEM. His scholarship funding was pulled last month. His parents think something isn't lining up. I was hoping you could help me access his graded test papers from the last 2 sessions.
You want what?
Test papers, both midterm and finals, plus any grading notes or moderation records. We need to see what happened between last fall and now.
Do you have any idea how tedious what you're asking is? We've got close to 200 students across the science department, and you want me to go hunting down one kid's tests from last session?
I know it's not ideal, but his parents are raising valid concerns. He's a high-performing scholarship student whose grades plummeted without warning. We need to verify whether it's a grading error or...
Or what, Maria? Are you accusing someone of fraud? You think we just sit around here cooking up fake scores for fun?
No one's being accused. But as a public school, we owe these families transparency. His scholarship could determine whether he makes it to dental school. That kind of pressure warrants a proper audit, no matter how long it takes.
You know what this is? Micromanaging. That's what you're doing. The last admin, Mrs. Rayburn, knew better than to stick her nose in teachers' affairs. She trusted the system. Trusted us.
I'm not Mrs. Rayburn. And respectfully, trust without accountability is how problems go unchecked. If this is a clerical oversight, we'll fix it. If it's bigger, we'll handle it professionally. But we can't ignore it.
This is unbelievable. You really think walking around with a clipboard makes you queen of the castle? You're a glorified secretary, Maria. You don't understand how this school works. The politics, the pressure. You don't get it.
I don't need to get politics. I just need to do what's right. Carlos Torres deserves an answer. Whether you help or not, I'm going to find one.
Then good luck. Because you'll be swimming through piles of archived paper with no context and no support. You want to waste your time? Be my guest. But don't come running to me when you realize how deep the rabbit hole goes.
I already started digging. Hey, Mr. Green, sorry to interrupt your lunchtime.
Interrupting lunch means you're either here to rescue me or ruin me. What's it gonna be?
Somewhere in between. I'm looking into a grade issue. Carlos Torres, grade 11 STEM track. His parents are saying his scholarship got pulled unfairly. The scores don't reflect what they, or frankly, what I expected from him.
All right, let's see what we've got. There he is, Torres Carlos Miguel, admitted September 5th, 2022. GPA trends, course load, grade history, clean record. Last semester GPA 361. That's under the 3.8 threshold, all right?
Yeah, I saw that too. But I'm not looking for just final grades. I need raw scores. Test by test, assignment by assignment. The actual input from teachers.
Ah, that'll take some digging. The gradebook summary doesn't show that level of detail. I'd have to pull from the archived score entries and maybe even exam paper records.
I figured as much. I'll wait. I told his mother I'd have answers by this Thursday's PTA meeting. That gives me 3 days. Please, Mr. Green?
You Langstons are too nice to say no to. Give me a second. This might take a while.
Wow, Madison Kingsley failed Intro to Physics twice, but aced honors literature. I guess the apple fell far from the gravity tree. James Patel has perfect attendance, but still managed a D in Algebra 2. Oof.
Here you go. Raw scores, science, math, and English from the last 2 terms.
All right, here's science. Okay, Laney's test scores, check. Patricia's practicals, check. Tiffany Edmond, Look at this. The system says he didn't sit for any of the tests or assignments under Tiffany's class. But these physical scripts, his name's on them. Dated, labeled, even with her initials on one.
Well, that's not a system glitch. That column is auto-filled by whoever inputs the scores. If it's blank, it means she didn't log them.
So his test papers exist. His assignments exist. But the score field is blank in the system, and only under Tiffany Edmond's section.
Then you'll have to take it up with her. Only the teacher who owns that subject section can explain missing entries.
Of course it's Tiffany. She's going to love me for this.
Good luck. Wear a helmet.
I'm not even going to confront her. I know what I'm going to do. This isn't petty. This is necessary. I gave her a shot to explain, and she chose war. To the office of the school director, Jefferson High School. I am writing to report a suspected case of academic manipulation involving one of our faculty members, Ms. Tiffany Edmond, head of science department. During a recent investigation into a student's missing scholarship, I reviewed raw score data that revealed several of Ms. Edmond's entries were left blank in the district grading system, despite physical evidence that the student, Carlos Torres, had submitted all required assignments and tests. This discrepancy is not isolated. A pattern is beginning to emerge, and I believe it warrants a formal internal review. I understand the implications of this accusation, but our students deserve fairness and transparency. Optional, huh? Yeah, no thanks. I still work here. Let the truth do the talking.
All right, who remembers the formula? Force equals...
Mass multiplied by acceleration.
Exactly. F equals ma. Now, let's break it down using...
Mrs. Tiffany, sorry to interrupt. Got a message for you. Director Linda wants to see you in her office. ASAP.
Wait, me?
Yep. Probably wants to finally discuss that pay raise you've been manifesting since last semester.
Well, it's about time.
Tell her you want a corner office with a Nespresso machine. We science folks need caffeine to tolerate these essays.
Tell the class not to blow up the lab while I'm gone.
We'll try, Mrs. E.
Thank you for coming, Mrs. Edmond. This won't take long.
Of course. I figured it was about curriculum realignment, or my department's performance this term.
Actually, this is about a formal complaint we received last week.
Complaint? From who?
The report was submitted anonymously. I'm afraid we're not at liberty to disclose names, even if we had one.
Anonymous? Oh, please. That's always code for someone's lying without consequences. What exactly am I being accused of?
Tampering with academic records. Specifically, failing to enter test and assignment scores for a student under your instruction, Carlos Torres, resulting in a significant drop in GPA and loss of scholarship eligibility.
You can't be serious. Carlos Torres? That kid probably flunked because he was overwhelmed. These students think just staring at a textbook earns them straight A's. I logged everything. My records are clean.
The preliminary findings suggest otherwise.
Then the system glitched. Or someone is tampering with my entries. Because I've never, in my 15 years of service, neglected to submit scores.
Calm down, Tiffany.
I am calm. I know what this is. People have wanted me out of here for years. I'm strict. I hold students accountable, and some of my colleagues, let's be honest, they can't handle that. So now they cook up some fake complaint to get rid of me? They don't see how much I give to this school. I take work home. I call parents on weekends. I even spent my own money on lab materials when our funding was cut. And this is how I'm repaid?
Tiffany, emotional appeals won't change the facts. If there's nothing to hide, the investigation will clear you. But if any part of this claim is proven, we are looking at a breach of trust, academic dishonesty, and potential grounds for legal action. The district will be involved.
I'm not afraid of an investigation. Go ahead. Tear through every gradebook, every timestamp. I know I did my job. And whoever's behind this, they're the problem, not me.
Very well, you may go now. We'll keep you informed of any developments.
I look forward to being proven right.
Well, if it isn't Miss No Nonsense herself.
Hey, Sharon.
I heard your department crushed the March labs.
Yeah, thanks.
What's up? Are you okay?
Look, I wish this visit was just a girls catching up thing, but it's not.
Okay, what's going on?
Someone reported me. They filed an anonymous complaint to the director, accused me of academic fraud, said I tampered with grades.
What? Wait, seriously?
Yeah. They brought me into the office this morning like I was a criminal, talking about missing scores, legal risks. Sharon, it was humiliating.
That doesn't sound like you at all.
Because it's not me. Someone's lying, and what hurts the most is... I don't even know who. They won't tell me anything. Anonymous, they said. Like that makes it okay to just toss dirt on my name.
That's messed up. If someone's going to make accusations that serious, the accused should at least have the right to face them.
Exactly. I can't even defend myself properly if I don't know who I'm up against. You know me, Sharon. I might be tough, but I play fair. Always have.
I know.
I need your help.
Tiff.
Look, I know you're not that kind of person. I'm not asking you to lie or change anything. Just find out who sent the report. There has to be some way to trace the submission, right? Through the IP address or device ID or whatever?
That's not something I'm supposed to do, especially for an anonymous complaint. It breaks all kinds of policy.
I get it. But this is my career we're talking about. My reputation. If someone's coming for me, I deserve to know who. I'm not asking for the moon, just a name. Off the record. For my sanity.
There's a back door through the internal mail filter. I can scan for submissions tied to the director's inbox from last week. If the person used a school device, it'll leave a fingerprint.
You do that for me?
Only because it's you. Don't ever ask me to do anything like this again.
Thank you. I owe you big time, Shar. Dinner's on me. No, scratch that. A weekend spa trip. You name it.
Just don't let this blow back on both of us. I'm trusting you.
You're a lifesaver, really.
Wait, pause. You said kinetic energy increases when mass decreases?
Yeah, I think so. Isn't that what Ms. Edmonds said last week?
Angela, no. That's the opposite of what she said. KE equals half mv square. If mass goes down and velocity stays the same, the energy goes down too.
Whatever. I'm not good at explaining. I just memorize stuff and write it down.
But how? You're acing every test. You've been getting straight A's since midterms. Meanwhile, I'm scraping by with a C+, and I actually get this stuff.
I have the best tutor in the city, Ms. Vera Fletcher. She literally tells me, focus on this part, it's very important. And bam, it's right there on the test, word for word.
Seriously?
Yup, even the diagrams. She'll be like, don't bother with this unit, just focus on this diagram of the leaf's cross-section. And guess what? That exact diagram was in the last bio exam.
That's not just good tutoring, does she work at the school?
Nah, she's private. Charges a fortune, though.
How much?
$900 a month. Paid up front. No discounts.
No way. That's 2 times my dad's car payment. Angela, maybe your dad can talk to her. Just ask if I can sit in while she tutors you. I won't say anything. I'll even bring snacks.
Evening, kids.
Hey, Dad.
Study party, huh?
Yeah, Bobby came over. I'm helping him with physics.
Good. Keep your heads in the books. I'm heading upstairs to change.
Come on, ask him.
It's fine. Maybe later.
Dad, wait. Bobby wants to ask you something.
Yeah?
Well, you know how my grades improved significantly since Ms. Vera started tutoring me? Bobby's trying to raise his grades too, especially in physics and chem. He's applying to VCU's pre-engineering track, but the tutoring fee is kinda, you know?
Yeah, it's a little steep for my folks.
So we were wondering, maybe when Ms. Vera comes over, Bobby can sit in. He doesn't have to ask questions or anything. Just listen.
Well, can't hurt to ask. Vera's strict, though. But I'll talk to her when she comes this Saturday.
Really? Thank you, sir. I really appreciate it.
No problem.
Shar, please tell me you have something.
I've got it. You're not gonna like it.
Just say it.
The report was submitted through one of the school's admin laptops, traced back to Maria Langston. It was her, Tiff.
Maria? That sanctimonious, clipboard-hugging parasite? Are you freaking kidding me? That walking HR manual ratted me out?
Yes, it was submitted through her computer. The ID pinged back from her school login and terminal.
I knew it. From the second she walked into that teacher orientation, acting like she was sent from Mount Sinai. She's been dying to play savior. Let me fix this. Let me investigate that. Who asked her?
Tiff?
She doesn't get how things work here. This isn't some indie charter school with a rainbow flag in the hallway. It's Jefferson High. You keep the wheels greased, you keep your head down, and you don't go digging where you weren't invited.
I know you're upset, but lower your voice. It's done.
Oh, she probably thinks she's going to win a Medal of Honor for this. I hate her. with every fiber. She's always smiling like she doesn't have a judgmental bone in her body. Meanwhile, she's plotting behind closed doors like some undercover spy.
So, what now?
That's what I was going to ask you. What do I do now?
Well, the board's officially opening an internal investigation. That's a done deal. Your best bet right now is to keep calm, keep your story consistent, and pray nothing concrete surfaces.
That's not a plan, Sharon. That's wishful thinking.
Look, I did what you asked. I crossed a line for you, but I'm not a miracle worker. If you're clean, the audit will show that. If you're not, just start preparing your defense.
Maria better watch her back.
Does that mean you're guilty?
Of course not. All I'm saying is, people who throw rocks from glass offices shouldn't be shocked when the bricks start flying.
Just lay low. I'll keep my ear to the ground.
Thanks, Shar. I owe you again.
Yeah, just be careful.
Good afternoon, Ms. Edmond. Need something?
No, not exactly. Just taking a walk around the building. Needed to stretch my legs. Oh, by the way, did you hear? Apparently, someone filed a complaint against me. To the director. Academic misconduct, they said.
I heard something in passing.
Well, word travels. Fast. You know how this place is. I just keep thinking to myself, what kind of person does that? Sends an anonymous message to the board, throws someone under the bus, and then walks around smiling like they didn't just light a fire behind someone's back.
That's unfortunate. I hope the investigation clears everything up.
Me too. I've always believed what's done in the dark comes to light. You ever hear that?
I have. It's a common saying.
Right? And of course, there's that other one. The evil that men do lives after them. Shakespeare. It just makes me wonder, what kind of person sleeps at night knowing they tried to ruin someone's career without even the courage to own it? Anyway, just something I've been thinking about lately. You take care, Maria. Don't work too hard.
Does she know? No. I submitted it anonymously. There's no way she could know, right? Then why say all that? And why to me? That's too much of a coincidence. Too direct. Unless she's just venting. No real clue. But then why did it feel like she was peeling my skin off with every word? Whatever. Whether she knows or not, I'm not sorry. She should be the one apologizing for jeopardizing a student's scholarship, for playing God with kids' futures, for breaking trust just to make a buck. Right this way, sir. The main hall is through that corridor. Seating's open, but the front rows are reserved for scholarship families.
Ms. Langston?
Oh, Mrs. Torres, I'm so glad you came. How are you?
We're holding up. I waited like you said. It's been a week. I wanted to know if you found anything?
I did come across some important information. Some discrepancies, actually. Enough to open an internal case.
Discrepancies? What kind?
I wish I could tell you more, but the school's now handling it officially. There's an active investigation, and I'm not allowed to discuss details until it concludes. I hope you understand. It's to protect everyone involved, including Carlos.
But he's the one hurting, Ms. Langston. He's the one who can't sleep because he thinks he failed us. You're telling me you found something, but you can't tell me what?
I give you my word. This isn't being swept under the rug. The right people are involved now. You were right to believe in him. He did everything he was supposed to do.
So he didn't lose the scholarship because he slacked off?
It's very possible he didn't. But like I just said, I'm not allowed to go into details until the investigation is over.
Then whoever did this, I hope they don't sleep easy.
Let's take it one step at a time. Justice isn't always loud, but it's coming. You'll be updated as soon as the school is ready to release the findings.
Thank you. Thank you for fighting for him.
That's what we're here for. Hi there. You look a little lost. Are you here for the PTA meeting? The hall's just through that double door on the left. I can walk you in if you'd like.
You're new here, aren't you?
Sort of. I started back in February. Maria Langston, assistant admin.
Nice to meet you, Maria. I'm Raymond.
Nice to meet you too, Mr. Raymond. So, are you a parent or...
Something like that. I came to support the school.
Oh, that's sweet. Not many do.
I like to keep a low profile.
Well, you're doing a great job. I nearly mistook you for someone trying to sneak into the art exhibition down the hall.
Ahem.
Well, isn't this cozy?
Evening, Miss Edmond.
Mr. Ernest, didn't know you were in town. Linda mentioned you had a work thing this week.
Change of plans. Decided to pop in. You know I can't miss PTA chili night.
Classic. Maria, did you know this is the director's husband?
Oh, I had no idea. You didn't say...
I never lead with that. Makes conversations awkward. I was enjoying not being Mr. Director for once.
Well, pleasure to meet you again, Mr. Ernest.
Ma'am, please, I need your help with a sign-up sheet.
Sure.
Tiffany, what is it? We start in less than 15 minutes.
It's about Maria, the new admin.
Not now, please. We'll talk after the meeting.
She was flirting with your husband. I saw it with my own eyes. Just 20 minutes ago in the East hallway. Giggling, handshaking, light touches. And he wasn't even wearing his visitor badge.
What exactly are you implying?
I'm not implying anything. I'm saying it straight. If she's that friendly in public, imagine what she's like in private. Some people don't understand boundaries.
So I went ahead and cross-checked the parent attendance sheets from yesterday's PTA, and I noticed we had 23 signatures, but only 20 name badges were collected. I wanted to flag it in case it affects the final parent engagement report for the board.
Fine. Note it and send the report to Ms. Glover for consolidation.
Of course. I just thought you'd want to see the summary first, especially since the director's board requested updated engagement stats for the STEM track.
I said it's fine.
Is everything okay? I don't mean to pry, it's just, you've seemed a little off with me today.
Everything's fine. Thank you for the update. You may leave now.
Right. Well, I'll be at the records room if you need anything.
Very well.
Hey, Mrs. Hall, how's the day treating you?
Oh, same old circus, new monkeys. The art kids forgot to lock the supply closet again, and now half the third floor smells like turpentine.
Sounds about right.
How about you? You look like someone stole your lunch money.
Honestly, I just had the weirdest vibe from Mrs. Ernest. Went into her office to talk about something minor, like super normal stuff, and she was cold, like ice cold. I thought maybe she was having a rough morning, but it's already afternoon and she's still grumpy with me. I don't get it.
I don't mean to scare you or anything, but she gets like that when she thinks someone's sniffing around her man.
Wait, what? Are you serious?
You didn't hear it from me, but a few years back she beefed hard with a substitute teacher over some side-eyes she caught her husband giving during a staff mixer. Poor woman didn't even work here 2 weeks before she vanished from the schedule.
See, I hate that. That overly possessive energy, that's the kind of thing that drives a man into doing the very thing you're accusing him of.
Girl, trust me, it's not all paranoia. That man, Raymond Ernest, he's a flirt, straight up. Been that way since the first time I saw him. That sub didn't even stand a chance. Word is, he'd accidentally show up at her department every day after dismissal, offering rides and compliments.
No wonder he acted the way he did the other day. I saw him outside the auditorium on PTA night, standing there like he was lost. I figured I'd help him find his way to the hall, and suddenly he starts asking me where I'm from, what school I transferred from. Just weirdly personal questions. I didn't even know who he was until Tiffany showed up and told me.
Ha! Then maybe word got out. And now Linda thinks you're sneaking around with a man?
But the only person who saw us talking was Tiffany. Of course it was her. She probably ran to Linda with the wildest version of what happened.
That snake. Tiffany could sell lies to a judge with a Bible in her hand. I don't trust that woman. Never have. Always walking around like she owns the place, but stabbing folks when they're not looking.
If this is how everyone sees Tiffany, then maybe I wasn't wrong about her. Maybe that report was the tip of something deeper. Because anyone who goes that far to protect a lie has a lot more to hide than just missing scores.
Earth to Maria. Are you good?
Oh, yeah, sorry. I was just thinking about the copier. It's been jamming all morning. Might need a new drum or something.
That machine's been jamming since Obama's first term. No one's fixing it now.
Right.
Look, don't beat yourself up. Lynda'll get over it. Give up, I don't know, a month or two.
A month?
Yep, that woman holds a grudge like it's fine china.
Great, I'm toast.
So as we head into the last month of the semester, this is our opportunity to suggest improvements, vent productively, and propose ideas that will better serve our students. Let's make this time count.
Honestly, I think we need to revisit the morning schedule. These kids are barely alert before 9 a.m., and we're cramming chemistry into their brains at 7:45.
Fair point. I know the district has been looking into studies around delayed start times. I'll note that down.
We also need to streamline student lunch check-ins. We lose too much time tracking down kids who swipe in late or not at all.
Got it. I'll take that up with the attendance office.
I have a very important suggestion. I've said this before, and I'll say it again. We should do away with those paper-based student reflection journals. Nobody reads them, and it's a waste of faculty time. If we're serious about innovation, let's scrap the old stuff.
Appreciate your input, Tiffany. However, the district has mandated those journals for SEL compliance. Eliminating them isn't within our power.
Well, Maria's the expert on everyone's business these days. Let's see what she has to say. Maybe she's got a better plan for us all.
Maria, you have the floor.
Actually, yes. I do have a thought. It's small, but I've noticed that many of the scholarship kids are falling behind, not because they lack ability, but because of resource gaps, like not having Wi-Fi at home or missing key materials. Maybe we could develop a weekend study lab once a month. Volunteer-based, a few teachers, access to laptops, quiet space. Just enough to help the kids catch up.
How inspiring. Nothing screams innovation like Saturday school with stale laptops and guilt-tripped teachers.
Thank you, Maria. That's a strong idea. We'll explore the logistics and see what can be implemented before next semester.
So we're rolling out a revised engagement tracker for after-school clubs. Nothing fancy, just something cleaner than the old paper forms. I'll email the templates by Friday, and if anyone needs help adapting it for their department, I'm always around to assist.
That actually sounds helpful. The old form has like 4 unnecessary boxes.
Thanks, Maria. Appreciate you taking that off our plate.
Anytime. I know paperwork's everyone's favorite part of the job.
What was she saying now?
Oh, she was just going over some new form for club attendance. Something she's digitizing.
Of course. Because Maria can't not insert herself into everything. It's like she gets a rush from hovering around everyone's desks all day.
I mean, she's just trying to help.
Yeah, but it's getting weird, right? Like yesterday. She stopped by my desk twice, asked if I needed help with the term assessment log. I've been filling those out for 8 years. What does she think? That I forgot how to do my job?
Now that you say it, she does come by my desk a lot, always asking if I've backed up my gradebook to the cloud. It's like she's checking on us.
Exactly. She acts all friendly, but it's like surveillance with a smile. Gina, didn't she say something off to you yesterday?
Well, she did ask if we logged the updated medical alerts for the seniors, and then she said something like, "We wouldn't want a lawsuit over a missed inhaler."
See? That's passive-aggressive. Like she's implying you're not doing your job. That's rude.
Huh. I didn't think of it that way, but yeah. That kind of rubbed me the wrong way now that I replay it.
So, are you going to report her to the director?
I mean, isn't that going too far?
Not if it helps. Look, if it were just once, fine. But she's always poking around our departments. Science, health, admin. Like we're under investigation or something. Meanwhile, you never see her hovering around gym or drama or the library staff. Why us?
She did come to me twice this week. I thought she was just trying to be helpful, but it is a little much.
Listen, if we don't say something now, it's just going to get worse. This is our work environment. We deserve to feel like trusted professionals, not constantly watched.
I'm going to email the board. I'll mention how uncomfortable it's been having her hovering so often. Just that. I'm not accusing her of anything, yet.
And I'll mention the inhaler comment. It did feel like a warning dressed as advice.
And I'll be filing one too, about her constantly targeting science staff. I don't know what her obsession is with us, but it's personal at this point. She needs to understand this isn't a detective agency.
Maria, thank you for coming. I called you in today because I've received multiple complaints regarding your conduct among staff.
Complaints from whom?
They were submitted anonymously, but the content is consistent and troubling.
Can I ask what exactly I've been accused of?
According to the reports, hovering around other staff members' desks unnecessarily, making people feel micromanaged, giving unsolicited feedback, and, this one's recurring, creating a culture of surveillance in the science wing.
Wait, what? When did I do all of that? If I walk around or stop by people's desks, it's not to spy on them. It's to do my job. Would you rather I sit in a corner and scroll on my phone all day?
You are speaking to your director.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to sound disrespectful. I'm just surprised. This feels wildly out of proportion.
Let me clarify for you in case there's any confusion. As an assistant admin, your responsibilities include assisting with record management, event coordination, and ensuring communication flow between departments. Nowhere in your official duties does it say, frequent unscheduled visits to instructional spaces or teacher desks. You may have thought you were being helpful, but multiple members of staff feel otherwise, and in this environment, perception is impact.
I never meant to make anyone uncomfortable. I thought I was being accessible.
Well, starting today, you're to limit your presence in the staff room unless absolutely necessary. You will not engage teachers at their desks unless called upon, or unless it's work assigned directly by me or senior admin.
Understood. I really was just trying to help.
Then help from a distance.
I know Tiffany is behind this. You want war, Tiffany? Fine. I tried to take the high road, but the high road's under construction. You dragged my name through the mud. You turned people against me. You want ugly? I'll show you ugly. Subject: a few things everyone should know about Tiffany Edmond. Tiffany, you weren't raised in a stable home because no home could stand you. From one foster placement to the next, and somehow you always got sent back. Wonder why? Just look at yourself now. Manipulative, selfish. Maybe if you were a decent person, someone might have wanted to keep you. But even foster parents have standards. You've been spreading lies, sabotaging people's jobs, poisoning this school from the inside. Even the staff here whisper about how shady you are, but no one speaks up because they are afraid of you. But that doesn't change the fact that they all secretly hate you. So here it is. I guess the old saying is right. Once a loser, always a loser. Let's see how you like being humiliated. Email sent. She deserved that, right? But what if... Oh my goodness, what have I done? No undo option. Of course there's no undo. Why is there no undo? Okay. Maybe she won't take it seriously. Maybe she'll just think it's spam, or a prank, or... No, it's in writing. My name is on it. What have I done? God, what if I lose my job? What if she presses charges? She's going to use this to destroy me.
Did you read the email Tiffany forwarded? I couldn't believe it.
I saw it. Brutal. She talked about her foster background like it was dirt. And that line about no family wanting her, that was vicious.
And from Maria, of all people. She always says God bless after every staff meeting. I'm disappointed, really.
Have you never heard the saying, still water runs deep? It's always the quiet ones. The ones who act extra saintly, quoting scripture like they live in the Psalms. Don't trust them.
Good morning, ladies.
Morning.
I was wondering if either of you submitted the club attendance logs yet? I'm compiling everything for end-of-week updates.
I'm not discussing anything with you right now. I don't want my name ending up in some email blast.
I see, so you've seen it.
Everyone has seen it. Tiffany forwarded it to the entire staff.
What were you thinking, Maria? You've been here less than 5 months, and you've somehow made yourself the centre of every conflict in this school. And now you send something like this?
I didn't mean to send it. I was angry, overwhelmed. It was a mistake.
A mistake? This isn't a typo in a report. You attacked another staff member. Personally, you dug into her past. You used her trauma like a weapon. How could you think that was okay?
I didn't think it was okay. I was venting. I was trying to get it out of my system, just typing to let off steam. I never meant to hit send. That's on me.
You think emotional stress justifies that? That kind of behaviour is not just unprofessional, it's unacceptable. We do not tolerate verbal harassment in this school, especially not from someone in administration.
She's been targeting me since I got here, ma'am. Turning people against me, spreading lies. I tried to ignore it. I tried to stay kind. I tried, but I snapped. And I regret it deeply. But it didn't come from nowhere.
Well, Tiffany now claims that everything you've done, the complaints you submitted, the tension between departments, it's all part of a personal vendetta, that you've been trying to get her fired from day one.
Wait, so she knew? She knew I was the one who submitted that complaint? I thought I submitted it anonymously.
That's not the issue on the table right now.
That's not the point? Then what is? You're saying Tiffany thinks I made up everything in that report out of spite. Why would I target her unless she actually did something wrong? What would be my motive?
This isn't about Tiffany's history anymore, it's about yours. You've made too many waves here, Maria. People are uncomfortable. Morale is down. And now, with this email, you've crossed the line. Be warned, if I receive one more complaint tied to you, anonymous or not, you will be dismissed. No further warnings, no meetings, just an escort to the gate. That'll be all.
Psalm 35. O Lord, oppose those who oppose me. Fight those who fight against me. Put on your armor and take up your shield. Prepare for battle and come to my aid. Lift up your spear and javelin against those who pursue me. Let me hear you say, I will give you victory. Bring shame and disgrace on those trying to kill me. Turn them back and humiliate those who want to harm me. Blow them away like chaff in the wind, a wind sent by the angel of the Lord. Make their path dark and slippery, with the angel of the Lord pursuing them. I did them no wrong, but they laid a trap for me. I did them no wrong, but they dug a pit to catch me. So let sudden ruin come upon them. Let them be caught in the trap they set for me. Let them be destroyed in the pit they dug for me. Then I will rejoice in the Lord. I will be glad because he rescues me. With every bone in my body, I will praise him. Lord, who can compare with you? Who else rescues the helpless from the strong? Who else protects the helpless and poor from those who rob them? Malicious witnesses testify against me. They accuse me of crimes I know nothing about. They repay me evil for good. I am sick with despair. Yet when they were ill, I grieved for them. I denied myself by fasting for them, but my prayers returned unanswered. I was sad, as though they were my friends or family, as if I were grieving for my own mother. But they are glad now that I am in trouble. They gleefully join together against me. I am attacked by people I don't even know. They slander me constantly. They mock me and call me names. They snarl at me. How long, O Lord, will you look on and do nothing? Rescue me from their fierce attacks. Protect my life from these lions. Then I will thank you in front of the great assembly. I will praise you before all the people. Don't let my treacherous enemies rejoice over my defeat. Don't let those who hate me without cause gloat over my sorrow. They don't talk of peace. They plot against innocent people who mind their own business. They shout, aha, aha. With our own eyes we saw him do it. O Lord, you know all about this. Do not stay silent. Do not abandon me now, O Lord. Wake up, rise to my defense. Take up my case, my God and my Lord. Declare me not guilty, O Lord my God, for you give justice. Don't let my enemies laugh about me in my troubles. Don't let them say, look, we got what we wanted. Now we will eat him alive. May those who rejoice at my troubles be humiliated and disgraced. May those who triumph over me be covered with shame and dishonor. But give great joy to those who came to my defense. Let them continually say, Great is the Lord, who delights in blessing his servant with peace. Then I will proclaim your justice, and I will praise you all day long. David wrote this psalm as a prayer for deliverance from unjust enemies. I know you love everyone, but I know you see what Tiffany has been doing. I know you saw when she twisted people against me, played victim, smeared my name, all while flipping that hair like she's Queen Esther. Lord, I don't want anything bad to happen to her. No. I'm just saying, if you accidentally let her computer glitch and show her browser history to the director, who am I to question your divine will? And God, I know you told us to pray for our enemies. So here I am, praying, sincerely. Lord, may Tiffany prosper. Yes, prosper in truth, prosper in repentance, prosper in being caught red-handed with every fake smile and every sneaky whisper that ever came out of her mouth. Expose her, Lord. In love, of course, in grace, but publicly, preferably this month. Lord, please, go ahead. I give you full permission. I tried to do it my way and it backfired. Now I'm dropping everything at your feet. Oh God, fight for me.
Look, all I'm saying is, Bobby won't interfere. He won't ask questions. He'll just sit quietly and listen in. The kid's under pressure. This college thing means everything to him.
I understand, Mr. Torres, but I have a strict one-on-one policy. I can't make exceptions. It's not just about distraction. It's about academic integrity, boundaries, and value for my time. You get that, right?
I do, but they're just kids trying to do the right thing. Can't you make this one exception?
I wish I could. But if word gets out, every parent will want the same favor. And then it's chaos. I'm sorry.
Hey, son, I tried, but Ms. Vera says she can't allow it. Nothing personal.
It's okay, sir. I understand.
Hey, we'll still go over everything together. I'll share my notes, like always, okay?
Thanks, Angie. Let me just unplug my phone. It's charging over there.
Vera, stop complaining. The price has doubled because of new security checks. I took a big risk getting you the last set of questions, and if the school finds out, we're both toast. Pay the new rate by Sunday, or you're on your own for the physics and biology papers. Consider what your clients would say if they knew your secret sauce stopped working.
So this is how Angela's been getting those grades?
Bobby, you okay? You're taking forever.
Yeah, I'm coming. Just had to reply a text real quick. You know, group assignment drama. Morning, ma'am.
Bobby, what are you doing here? Assembly's in 30 minutes.
Yeah. I just, needed to finish a slide for Miss Claire's English project. She's letting me present next week if I bring the draft today. Plus, you guys have better keyboards.
Boy, we're not Best Buy.
Also, I like the vibe in here. Cool, quiet. Smells like cables and peace.
All right. Just don't touch anything that isn't glowing. We're heading to the AV booth to prep the auditorium. Be back in 10.
And if you break anything, pretend you never came in.
Dear Jefferson High, here's what's really been going on behind the honor roll. You're welcome. Subject, academic integrity at risk body. To whom it may concern, below is a chain of emails between Ms. Tiffany Edmond and an outside exam broker. The attached screenshot confirms illegal access to and distribution of internal school exam questions for money. This affects every honest student in this school. Signed, a student who's had enough? Send. Now time to link the email client on the main projector linked PC.
How do you always look this put together on Monday?
Confidence and concealer.
What? You were concealer?
not real? That's Miss Edmonds' email address.
This is bad, real bad. Kill the projector now.
Please, Linda. I know it looks bad, but if you just let me explain, I promise. It wasn't what it seems. I was drowning, okay? My daughter's medication, my rent, the debt, everything was caving in. I didn't have a choice.
Mrs. Tiffany, choices were made, and unfortunately for you, the school board has already deliberated. They asked me to inform you of their decision and the grounds for it. 1. You intentionally left scholarship applicants' grades incomplete, especially in elective subjects that contribute to their cumulative score. This meant their average GPA fell just below the 3.8 mark required to qualify. 2. You redirected the scholarship fund of students you failed. Instead of allowing the school accountant to disperse directly to beneficiaries' tuition accounts, you routed a portion through a committee-approved bursary account. That account we now know was managed by your cousin. From there, funds were loaned out and never repaid. Creative but criminal.
It was temporary. I was going to return.
3. You sold question papers ahead of the term exams to at least 2 private tutors. We've already interviewed one of them, Vera something, who confessed under pressure. In exchange for payment, you sent her advance copies of both internal and state prep materials. Do you have any idea what that does to our academic integrity? 4. You fostered division among teachers, manipulating their perception of one another. In fact, some of the complaints we received against innocent staff were traced back to comments you made to stir unrest, comments you later denied.
Linda, we're friends. Remember how I helped you draft your transfer appeal when you were almost posted out of district? Who coached your son for the quiz bowl when nobody else offered? I stayed late. I deserve more than this. You owe me.
Don't you have shame? You want me to keep you here? After everyone saw those emails? After the parents, the teachers, the students? Even if I wanted to protect you, how exactly do you plan to walk into that staff room tomorrow?
I'll tell them it was fake. It's AI. People fake stuff every day now. Give it a week, it'll blow over. We'll say I was hacked.
No, Tiffany. This isn't going under any carpet. The school board has made their decision. You are to vacate your post immediately. Security will escort you to your car. Your email access has already been revoked.
You're letting me go? Just like that?
You're lucky this isn't going to court. Also, the school board has mandated that you refund the full amount of misappropriated scholarship funds.
That's over $100,000.
Exactly $173,000. The school accountant will forward the formal breakdown to you. Failure to comply within the allotted window will result in legal action.
Please have mercy on me. Please, this will destroy me.
You should have thought about that before you stole money meant for children's education. A school driver will escort you out. Please clear your desk.
Hey, Maria, wait. Girl, that was epic. I don't even know what to say. The way everything played out, the projector, the email, the way Tiffany's face just cracked in front of the whole school like a dry sponge. Phew.
Yeah, God sure knows how to tell a story.
You mean you had nothing to do with it? Because I was watching your face that morning. You didn't even blink when that email popped up.
I don't know anything about how those projectors even work. Honestly, the worst I can do is type my heart out and send it to the person I'm upset with. Clearly, even that backfired on me. Got me in hot soup with the director.
So you're saying someone, just some random student or teacher, decided to leak those emails for their own reason, and it just so happened to fall perfectly in your favor?
Let's just say the heavens heard me.
What do you mean by that? You mean you prayed for Tiffany to lose her job?
I prayed for God to reveal her lies. I honestly wasn't expecting it to happen in the exact manner.
What?
Oh, don't look at me like that. David prayed in like manner too in Psalm 35. Read them again. He said, "Break their teeth, O God. Let their path be dark and slippery. Let the net they laid for me catch them instead." The Bible says Esther fasted. For God to expose Haman and justice came swiftly. Sometimes what you need isn't silence. It's divine intervention.
But the Bible says to bless our enemies.
If you're blessing your enemies, but you're doing it from a place of gritted teeth, like you're saying, God bless her, but it's not really from your heart, isn't that hypocrisy? Wouldn't it be better to just go to God and say, Lord, see what this person is doing. I'm trying to be good, but it's eating me alive. Judge between us. I place it in your hands. Let heaven decide.
So what you're saying is,
I'm saying vengeance belongs to God, not gossip, not revenge emails, not clapbacks. And when I prayed that prayer, Lord, fight this battle for me, because I'm too emotional to fight it right, I felt peace. Like I handed my case file to heaven's courtroom and said, Your Honor, I rest my case. And he ruled in my favor.
whew, I need to try this petty prayer thing.
There's power when you bless your enemies. But there is also power in inviting God to fight for you.